Hello, my name is Tatiana, and it will incorporate the vocabulary into a text. A few years ago, I felt completely stuck in my routine. I had a job that didn't inspire me, and I was just going through the motions every day. One morning, I woke up and realized I needed to change up my life. That's when I decided to set off on a journey, not just to travel around new places, but also to work on myself and figure it out what I really wanted to become. I started by quitting my job and planning a backpacking trip. At first, it was scary, but I connected. I had to try out something new. I packed my things and moved out of my apartment, not knowing what would come next. What I found along the way completely changed me. During my travels, I met incredible people who were always willing to help out when needed it. Whether it was giving directions, offering a meal, or just having a conversation, they made me feel welcomed and supported. I learned that sometimes when you reach out, others will respond with kindness. There were days when I had no idea where it started over, but somehow it always worked out. I managed to find out amazing local spots that weren't in guidebook. Every night Every new place I visited helped me get over some fear and insecurity he'd been carrying off for years. Little by little, I began to feel better, stronger, more confident. I realized I didn't need to have everything figured out. I just needed to keep going. I also started to grow into the kind of person who embraces change, take risks, and lives fully. Eventually, I decided to start up a travel blog. I wanted to give back by sharing the lessons it's learning and encouraging others to step out of their comfort zones too. Writing became my passion, and I worked hard to build up my voice and online presence. I continue to learn from every experience, even the hard honest. I allowed myself to dream out new possibilities, things I ever thought I could do before. Life wasn't perfect, but I had learned to adapt, reflect, and grow. Looking back now, I'm proud of how much I've changed, I've become more open, independent, grateful. I'm on this journey, always learning and evolving, evolving. But on things for sure, I'll never give up on the dream of living life fully and meaningfully.
Hi, my name is Laura Sofia, and I want to talk about for tradition and change in a modern society. In many parts of the world, people hold on to their cultural roots even as they move forward into fast changing modern society. One such example is how communities balance traditional craft like jewelry making and having while so investing having in education, politics and religious life. Yearly and traditional happening, artists across the globe set up workshops where they carry on on the age old tradition of making jewelry behind. These craft people often look back of their heritage with pride. For example, indigenous women in Latin America still pass down weaving techniques from generation to generation. They often work out patterns that represent their religions, culture, and beliefs. Despite the rise of factory-made goods, many artists stand by their hands-made products, refusing to give in to mass production. Some communities everything without local schools to bring in young people who might be interested in learning these skills. I'm doing so they keep alive craft like me of other ways die out in the modern world. The role of education is education system today not only focus in the academic but also bring up social and cultural awareness. Teachers point out the importance of knowing one story and identity. In some countries, schools takes on responsibility for projecting local traditions. They call on elders or artisans to give workshops, and students often come up with projects that explore their heritage. Yet, some students struggle to keep with up their studies, especially in underfunded areas. Governments need to step in and lay out clear plans to improve access to education. Only by doing so can communities count out future generations to carry forward both academic, knowledge, and cultural practice. Politics and society. Politics plays is a major role in snapping home tradition and preserve it. Local leaders who speak out in defense of indigenous rights often run into opposition from larger political powers. Some governments crack down on protests or effort to call for reforms. However, grassroots movements continue to push for repression and justice. In recent years, women have begun to break into political space that were so off limits. They stand up for these communities and fight for equal rights, including the protection of local language and traditions. Religion and identity. Religion germines is a powerful force in snapping cultural. Many communities look up to spiritual leaders for guidance. In some places, religious festivals to bring together people from all walks for life. That's event turn out large crowds and often blend in traditional songs, dance, and rituals with modern elements. But religion can also stir up controversy when in the clash with government policy and when different groups fall out over beliefs. Still many faith groups reach out to each other or work out through it. different sets and set aside conflict for the greater good. Conclusion. In the end, maintaining and the values within modern life and cultural tradition is not easy. It takes effort from schools, political leaders, religion and group, and everyday citizens. When people come together, they can bring out meaningful change or hold on to what matters most. Thank you so much. Bye.